Guys, I'm Hannah and welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while since I ended my November challenge diaries, which was me completing the November challenge of writing 20,000 words in the month of November and hopefully finishing draft 2 act 1 of my novel. So I was able to achieve this. I wrote from start to end act 1 of my project. And now we're in December, so I took a little break from filming and writing because it was the havoc of finals week, but I'm back and I'm really excited to do the 10-hour writing challenge. So I've seen people do variation on videos like this with the 24-hour writing challenge, 10-hour writing challenge, and what exactly that means, whether people do it in one sitting or in multiple sittings. And so I've decided to maximize my productivity. I'm going to do 2 sit-downs for 5 hours on 2 days back to back and have that be my 10-hour challenge. So today is Monday. I'm going to be doing the first 5 hours. It is currently around 2 p.m., but I'm going to be starting this challenge at 3:30 with a writing buddy. So I'm really excited to see where this goes because I'm starting act 2. So I'm going to start a little slow. I'm going to reread the last 3 chapters of Act 1, and then I'm going to jump into writing Act 2. I wanted to do this challenge because whenever starting a new hurdle, it always takes a little more effort to get started on the project. So I thought Act 2 was this very daunting thing in my head, and just sitting down and writing for 10 hours is the perfect way to dive into the project and hopefully get comfortable with Act 2. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do for this writing session online is first read over the last 3 chapters of Act 1 and do any final touch-ups and edits, and then update my spreadsheet where I will input the summary for those 3 chapters and any notes for when I go back for draft 3. So hopefully I'll get this done in the first hour, and then I'll actually get to start writing Act 2. Hey guys, so I just finished up my writing session with my friend. We wrote for nearly 2 hours now, and in that time I was able to read the 3 chapters I mentioned previously, edit them, and get them logged in my spreadsheet. So I was hoping to do that in 1 hour, and instead it took nearly 2, which was not expected, but hey, it's done. I finished it, and that means that the next time I sit down to write, I'm working on Act 2. So I see that as a plus. So we're nearly 2 hours in, which means I have about 3 hours more to write today, and it is nearly 5:30. So I think this is very doable. So it is the very next day. I did not do a good job on day 1 of this challenge. I just did 2 hours. I was planning on doing the other 3 after I went with my friends to go to this neighborhood that had a bunch of festive holiday lights strung up, but then that little excursion ended up lasting a long while. So I got home really late. I got home at like 10:30, which isn't late, but it's late for having to write 3 more hours in the day. So I decided it was okay, and today is a new day, so I'm going to try to nail down these 5 hours today. It is, actually don't even know what time it is. It is not even 1 p.m. yet, so I should have a very solid amount of time to get these 5 hours done. I'm going to try to go for a 2-hour writing chunk and then take a 1-hour break and then do another 2-hour writing chunk and see where that leads me. I have dinner plans at 7, so the goal is to get 4 of these hours done before that dinner, and then hopefully get the last hour done afterwards. So let's see. Also, the work that I'm starting with today is officially starting Act 2, so I'm really excited for that. 1 hour and a half mark officially for today, and I've written 1932 words. So I would say I'm doing pretty good progress wise. It's almost 3 p.m. now, so I'm going to try to do another hour and a half and see if I can get to close to 4,000 words, and I will see you then. So we are 4 hours into the challenge today. It is 6:30 p.m. and I am writing on average about 1,000 words per hour, which is super good. That's normally how I write. I write between 800 to 1,000 words per hour. Sometimes I get a little bit over, but I'm super happy that I'm hitting this rate because I thought I would be going slower because of how daunting Act 2 has been for me. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm about to take a break. I'm gonna go get dinner with some friends, and then I'm gonna come back and try to crank out this last hour of 5 today. Maybe even make up for the hours that I didn't do yesterday. We'll see what I managed to do. Also, to talk a little bit about what I'm writing right now, I wanted to talk a bit about why Act 2 is so daunting, other than the fact that it is the middle section of the book. So I'm a big fan of Masterclass. I've watched the entire Masterclass for Margaret Atwood. I'm currently in the middle of another one. And one of the things I like the most that she has said was talking about how writing the beginning is easy and writing the end is easy, but what do you do about the middle? There's a whole lot of middle, and that is how I feel about Act 2. It's a whole lot of middle. Act 1 and Act 3 are very disproportionate to Act 2. It's easily the biggest chunk of the book, and so much happens, and I'm just worried that it's either not making enough sense or it's not engaging enough. So in this draft 2, Act 2 is easily what I've changed the most because I've added so much content to really bump up the tension and the engagement level with the reader. But that means I have to actually do those things. And incorporating these not so small details is pretty tough because I've never approached solving a problem in a way other than completely rewriting it, and I'm trying not to completely rewrite it with a blank page. I'm trying to take heavy inspiration from my first Act 2, and I'm trying to figure out if that's actually working or not. So that's where the scary part kind of comes in. I'm 4,000 words in today, and I'm kind of looking at these words like, I'm not sure if I like you. Like, I'm not sure if I just start from scratch, this will be 10 times better. So that's kind of been where I'm sitting with it. But other than that, I really like this world that we're in. I'm gonna call it world because I feel like every act you're kind of in a totally different environment. And so Act 2 is a very different environment from Act 1 and Act 3. And I do think it's a very interesting world. It's just, for some reason, writing the transitions between scenes has been much more difficult, and the pacing has been much more difficult. So there's been a lot to work out. But I'll see you guys after dinner. Now I am heading to breakfast with some friends. Hey guys, so it is day 3 of this challenge. It was initially going to be only 2 days, 5 hours on each day, but a lot of things added up. I had a bunch of holiday plans and those fell over time, leaving less time for me to write in the day. And so after 2 days, I wrote for 8 of the 10 hours. That leaves 2 hours, and it's less of a challenge spread over 3 days, but I want to see it through. So it is nearly the end of the 3rd day because, again, I had a bunch of holiday plans, which were super fun, but I'm ready to get these last 2 hours done and see what the end result is. So I'm gonna get started. guys, so this challenge is officially over. Sorry for the weird lighting. The 10 hours are done, and I was able to write a total of 7,123 words, which is super awesome, especially considering all the chapters that I edited and didn't get much of a word count on, so I am super happy with that. This is also very exciting because if I keep up at this pace of writing before the new year, I will have hit the halfway point of draft 2, which is insane. I'm about 10,000 words from hitting halfway through my predicted word count, so I am super thrilled about all of this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys soon.